Hey everyone, this is Zoras, not Casuals. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a gem spending guide for Rise of Kingdom, where we're going to go over how, when, and where to spend your gems to have the maximum value for free-to-play or pay-to-win players. So first, I think the most important thing is where do you obtain gems? So of course, gem is obtained in this game from many different ways. You can buy gem. The 30-day gem supply here is probably the best value in the game. If you're a low spender, this will give you the most amount of gem for the least amount of money, and it's something that everybody should be doing every month if you are spending in this game. Of course, there's a gem store, and there's special offers, there's bundles here that always give gem as you buy them, and there's special event bundles that also give gem when you buy them. So there's of course many different ways to get gems. You also get gems daily here from your quest, where you do this 100 gems for the key, all that kind of stuff, from just doing game events. Everybody can do this once a day on every character account that they have. Now, before we get further in this video, I just want to remind you that if you have any suggestions or you need some guides for Rise of Kingdom, please do let us know in the comments, as well as please leave us a like and subscribe to this channel for more daily content for games such as Rise of Kingdoms. So my first and most important tip is that if you are going to be spending gems in this game and you are a low to medium spender or free-to-play player, you should wait for this event. More Than Gems is an event that comes about once every 2 months, sometimes once every month. It is the most amazing and most valuable event in the game. As you can see, you can spend up to 25,000 gems and get this amount of reward, which is absolutely incredible. These heads specifically are worth the most of anything in this game. Now, this resets once, so you can do this twice for a total of 50,000 gems and 2 times every single reward you see here. So this is incredibly great. This gives the most value to anyone who uses that. So free-to-play players who have been accumulating gems daily for weeks, same as low spenders who are accumulating daily for weeks, will be saving up 50,000 gems for this event specifically and want to max it out at 50,000 gems. Now, if you can't do that, 7,000 gem is the other one that's very valuable. So if you could do 14,000 total, that would also be very good value. But if you're going to want to spend gems, you will want to wait for this event. So when you're going to be spending gems in Rise of Kingdoms, there is quite a few ways to do so. But my priority number one would be the VIP level. You want to reach VIP level 12 or 14 as fast as possible because you get 2 legendary sculptures at level 12 and it's not that hard to reach. Now 14 is 3 legendary sculptures. If you're very far away from those, at least 10, where you start getting 1 legendary sculpture, should be the bare minimum. So if you have gems and you want to spend them, especially when it's the More Than Gems event, you should be doing so in the VIP level until you reach at least 10 or 12, and then you can look at spending gems somewhere else. The second place I would spend my gems during a More Than Gems event would be in the castle. So in order to upgrade the castle, you need Books of the Covenants. The Books of the Covenant cost 10 gems each, and as you can see, for level 24 to 25 you need 5,000, and every level before that you need 4, 3, 2,000, so you need many thousands. And as you can see, this amount exactly costs 50,000 gems alone for 1 level. So this is a place where you can always be spending gems during the More Than Gems, and it will be very valuable because you will need the castle level 25 to do any kind of late game upgrades or to get anywhere near T5 ever in your life. So this is always going to be a place where you want to spend. Now, if you're very close to the last level like me, you can get the rest of them by doing forts for a very long time. It's only like 2 to 5 per forts and not every fort. So it's a very long grind. So this is somewhere where spending gems will be very valuable. In order to buy these books, you need to go in the shop, click this button here, and go into others. You will see that the Book of the Covenants are here and can be increased, or you can type the number here instead to have a higher amount and buy them at once. You can also do the same thing for the Arrow of Resistance, which are used to upgrade the Watchtower, but this is a lot more easy to obtain because you can get them from killing barbarians, which you'll be doing a lot of in your Rise of Kingdom life. This is not something I would purchase with gems for a very long time until you're very late into the game, and this may be the last thing you need to upgrade, which usually you should have been able to farm it before you get there. One more thing you can purchase in the shop that is very important, and that would be my third priority after VIP and the books, would be these master's blueprint. Now, this basically is required to get many of the upgrades buildings in your city from 24 to 25. For example, if I'm going to upgrade my hospital to level 25, first of all, I need the castle, and you can see that I need one of these blueprints. Now, these blueprints, you only need one per building because you need every building to be 25. So basically, you can need one for a quarry, one gold mine, one farm, one lumber mill. So every one of your buildings needs at least one in order to get level 25, and you will need every building 25 in order to research T5. So this is something that you will need later on in the game, of course, but if you have gems to spare and you don't have a need for VIP level or your castles are 25, this would be where I would put my gems, especially during the More Than Gems event. If you've done all of this, you have a castle 25, your VIP level is 12 or 14, and you're nowhere near the next level, and you have all of the stuff that you need for your level 25 buildings, the next priority would be the VIP store. If you go in the shop here, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that can be purchased for gems, such as XP and speed ups, which I have purchased a few of myself. So you can see that here, there's quite a lot of things that are purchasable. Now, it's going to be different for everyone. I would never recommend buying resources here, but equipment chest or speed ups can be quite good, especially the lower in the VIP, or I would say the higher in the VIP you are, when you can buy these 24-hour speed ups, even these expansions. Some of it is quite valuable, so if you have a need for those, this is where the gems should be going, but only after you've done all the other priorities, because the value for those is never as high as it will be for such as a castle. Now, if you're a free-to-play player, you will never purchase anything but the books or the VIP level with your gems until you've maxed them out, because this is the most gem demanding thing in the game, and you can never have enough gems to do this as a free-to-play if you're spending anywhere else. So if you're going to want to push for T5 and you're a low spender or free-to-play, VIP level 12, castle level 25, and all your buildings level 25 will take almost the entirety of your gem for a very, very long time in this game, and this is all you should be doing with your gems. The only exception should be like events. There is, of course, stuff like the Wheel of Fortune and the Garden of Infinity. There's also Card King. They all take gems and they all give good reward, specifically the Wheel of Fortune, which gives commander sculptures. Now, if you are really pushing for one commander, like YSG, for example, you can use your gems on the wheel. Of course, it will not really come between the More and Gems. It will most likely be at another time, so the value that you will get will not be as great. I would still recommend that you at least keep your 50,000 or 14,000 gems for this event, even if you're spinning the wheel, because this is so much value that it would be very wasteful not to have gems when it comes up. But there is the exception of the Wheel of Fortune for your gem spending. If you really know what you're doing and you really want to push for one commander, it is very good to spend gems on the Wheel of Fortune. But other than that, as I said, you should focus on the castle and the VIP level first. Now, lastly, one of the last places where gems can be spent is the courier station. The mysterious merchant gives some good deals on a little bit of everything. Resources that are about 90% discount here would be valuable, a better ratio than the VIP store, for example, as well as the speed ups here who are 70% or higher. It is also a better ratio than the VIP store. So during a More Than Gems event, it makes sense to spend on that. The rest of it is really not worth it. The XP can be worth it at the beginning of the game, some of the materials maybe, but it's really not where I would spend my gems, especially if you don't have a lot of them. I would still focus them, what I said earlier, because this is very small value and it's very small items that are not mandatory for you to advance, as opposed to stuff like the books or the VIP level. So just as a recap, if you are going to be spending gems in this game, wait for the More Than Gems event. At least 14,000 or 50,000 gems should be spent during that event, and you should be saving until you have that amount before you spend on anything else such as events. And if you're a free-to-play player, you should only be spending during this event and never anytime else, because as a free-to-play, that is the only and the most efficient way to be spending your gem in order to advance to ever have T5. If you're going to be spending your gems during the More Than Gems event, you are going to do it to get VIP level at least 10 or 12. So if you're near the end of your VIP level, it is worth spending your 50,000 gems in here to achieve the next level. Now, secondly, you will want a castle level 25 to do anything in this game. For late game, you will need a castle level 25. So you will want to use everything else that you have for gems in the books until you are able to have a castle 25. Now, the other alternative is, in order to upgrade buildings to 25, you need master blueprints, which cost 2,000 gems each, and you'll need at least 16 of them to get every building to 25, and probably more to get more of your production buildings and such. So you will want to buy quite a few of those, which as well will come after VIP and after the castle books, but it is a very good place to spend your gems during the More Than Gems event. Now lastly, you can also spend your gems in the Watchtower upgrade, which is the Arrows of Resistance, but I would not recommend because these can be farmed by doing Barbarians, so this should be done as a last resort, only if you're very close and you need only a few hundred maybe, but it is another way that can be spent that is much more efficient than stuff like the VIP store. But the VIP store probably is the last but most efficient way to spend your gems. After you've done all of that, if you've reached your tech, you're high in tech, and your 5 and everything is unlocked, you can be spending gems here. Things such as speed ups most likely would be the best value here, especially the lower in the here that you can get, so 8 hours or 24 hours down here. Now these are the best value kind of speed ups you can buy. In terms of VIP store, there's a few other items. I would not recommend resources, but you could get a few other items such as stars if you need some, or you could get some equipment stuff which is new and quite valuable in this game right now. But the VIP should really go very far in your priorities. You should most likely save your gems instead of spending them in the VIP, but if you need somewhere to spend gems to reach your More Than Gems 50,000 spending for the rewards, this would be another way. Now, the last way to spend your gems is obviously special events such as the Wheel of Fortune, the Garden of Infinity, the Card Kings, all that stuff. It is very worth it, but only if you are a spender, because if you're a low or free-to-play, you will not have enough gems to do both getting T5 research anytime in the first year or two of you playing and spending these commander keys and wheels and all that stuff. So you can choose one wheel such as the YSG wheel and say you will spend on that one and that one only and save everything else for More Than Gems. That would be my recommendation. Of course, some of these events, it's maybe worth doing like 5 spins or 10 spins to get a little bit of the rewards, but never really higher, because you will need so many gems in order to get 25 castle and your buildings 25, and to get your academy and your VIP level high up. You will need so many gems that you should not be spending them anywhere you don't need, and you should be keeping them for the More Than Gems event. So guys, I hope this video helped you. Of course, there are so many ways to spend gems in this game, and luckily there's quite a few nice ways to earn gems in the game. Other than playing daily, you can also farm them on the map. During KVK, it's very easy to farm a lot of them because the nodes are very high, as well as you can get some research to make it faster for you. And there are many strategies in order to farm thousands of gems every day, but you need to be on the game many hours a day for that to happen. Otherwise, try and keep to the schedule of when and where you should be spending your gems, because this will be how you will advance your account to the highest level in the shortest amount of time. Of course, it will still take many months, but any free-to-play player can reach T5 within a year or less if you're in a big alliance and you're doing this prioritizing properly. If you have any questions or need clarification on any of this, please feel free to drop a comment in this YouTube video specifically, or to go on our Discord and come ask us questions there directly. As well as if you like this kind of content or have any suggestion for more guides or more of this content, please subscribe and leave us your suggestion in the comments for me to read them and to make videos for you afterwards. Now, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time.